If you sell anything for a living, if it's cars, if it's real estate, if it's phones, if it's charity sales, even if it's setting, and deep down you know you're made for so much more than what you're currently being paid, and you know your skill set has so much more potential than is actually being used right now, then stay with me, because this video is exactly for those type of people that know they're deep down made for a lot more than they're actually showing at the moment. Now, in the next 10 minutes, we are going to show you exactly the real reason why you're capped. Now, it's 100% not down to your work rate. It's definitely not down to the product that you're selling, and it might not even be down to the script you're using. And as a whole, we're going to show you where this skill actually leads. And it's further than you might actually think sat here today watching this. And most of these people that sell closing or the sales training as a whole misses this exact part. Now watch the end, because as a whole, we're going to give you the real solution in black and white to the reason why you're sat here watching this and the reason why you're still capped at where you are today. Now let me describe your week to yourself, day by day. You show up to work for someone else, you graft and you be polite to the people who are pretty much wasting your time day in, day out. And you're probably sharp, following up ones that don't. Now, you come to the end of the month, the check doesn't even merely come close to the amount of effort you put in over the whole last month, following up, sending emails, and basically wasting your time with tire kickers. Maybe you're on the phones every single day, grafting to hit your targets, calling up OAPs day in, day out, cold calling, just so someone above your pay grade can get their bonuses. Or maybe just you're driving around spending all your money on petrol just to sell broadband, Wi-Fi to some OAPs that need to go and think about for the next 3 weeks, just so you can make sure you follow up with them and waste your time. Or maybe if you are watching this, you're already in the sales space and you're setting appointments, and at the end of the month you're scratching your head once you look at the spreadsheet, because you know the closer above you has taken every single piece of commission out of your pocket. Now all of this is different rooms, but have the same ceiling that we're going to address today. Now here's the thing you know inside your head. You are good. You do have the graft inside you, because you've seen every single other person around you that might be half as good smash targets way bigger, get bigger paychecks, and get triple what you're earning at the moment. Now, I know inside your head that does something. Now, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because of your work rate. It's not because of what you're selling and how you're selling. I believe you have got that. But it's because you're pointed at the wrong target. You're selling in the wrong markets, and you're still working under someone's thumb. So you've done the thing that everyone else does. You've saved all the sales content you see online, the Alex Hormozis, the big names. You've screenshotted frameworks, and you've probably memorized the word tracks to come back to, it's too expensive, or I need to think about it. Now let me tell you one thing. That's the thing you're doing wrong. And I bet nothing ever changed the outcome to your paycheck. Now that's the reason, because, And I bet through all of that research, through all the screenshots and the memorization and the revision you've done to try to improve your skill set, it still caused no difference to the paycheck at the end of the month. It still caused no change to your outcome. Because the one thing you're doing wrong isn't within those screenshots. It's not within those comebacks. It's not within trying to go over and over your dials and trying to make sure you're nitpicking every single piece that you do wrong. And we both know that feeling that you're having right now, sat watching this, knowing that that paycheck does not reflect your effort. That you're sat there on the sidelines watching other people, if it is online, or 5 pay grades above you, earning so much more than you are correctly right now. And I bet 10 times that you're putting more graft in than any of these people. But it's because you're selling in the wrong market and you're selling incorrectly. Now I'm going to tell you throughout this, and Lewis, how you should be selling, how you should be getting yourself into the correct rooms with no ceiling. The beautiful thing about what we do today, and what I hope that you do one day, is that there is no ceiling to your commissions. There is no salary. There is no paycheck. There is no boss, and there is no bonus above you. It is simply you and only you. The graft you put in currently, you apply it to this market, and you will be reaching commissions you have never even dreamt in your life. Because now stay with me, because imagine you have that same skill set, the same ability to read people, the same ability to have a word track and overcome objections as you have been doing with old Doris next door. Now imagine you apply to that, but to high ticket offers, where you're selling 3, 5, 10, even 25 grand tickets, where you have upwards of 10 to 15% commission. And I know you're sat behind this, watching this, scratching your head because you've just sold a car and had maybe 1 or 2% commission take home. That's because there is no ceiling. There is no boss to take more profit than you are. Now, despite the ceiling, and I talk about different rooms, is because you can imagine Putting yourself in those shoes, the new version of yourself you want to see in the mirror, taking calls from anywhere you desire, any place of the country, any part of the world, and you can make the amount of commission you make in 1 or 2 weeks selling cars or selling phones or grafting to sell broadband just in one 45-minute call. That's all it takes, is one 45-minute call to make every single bit of commission you may make even in a month for some of you watching this. And that's just simply the entry point that we see. You start off 5-10k tickets and you can work your way up to A players selling B2B tickets upwards of £100,000. Now, closing is just simply the point of contact to get into this market. You don't necessarily have to stop here. Make your own business. Do what Lewis has done, which he is going to explain in a second, and scale. Scale yourself up to a point where you can't have even dreamt watching this today. Because at the end of the day, Lewis had that same ceiling as you have right now, selling on offers that was capping him, trying to perfect his skill set with not knowing actually the right direction to go in, hitting wrong targets and seeing other closers around him smashing commissions so much higher. Now, at the same point, Lewis was polishing the wrong 20%, trying to polish his skill set, when in fact it was his mindset. The other 80%, which you should know in sales, is the key part to making this success. Now, as a whole, on this first bit, the entry point of getting into closing is hard. A lot of people are yes men, a lot of people want to get into it, but end up like the tire kicking leads that they face every single day, saying they need to think about it, saying they need more time, saying it's too expensive, and trying to handle objections within their own self. So as a whole, Lewis went through that same process. And in just a second, he's going to explain how he's overcome it, and now how he's got to where he is now. Selling his own agency, running his management, but now also closing on B2B offers. So Lewis, take over.
So my name's Lewis, and not long ago at all, about 2 years ago, I was a broke joiner in Manchester. I knew I needed to find something else, and thankfully I found sales. I started appointment setting, and to begin with, I loved it. I had the remote income, I could work from wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But after about 6 months, I realised my commission was capped. I booked 30 calls in a singular month and not one close because the closer, quite frankly, wasn't amazing. And at this point, I had a decision to make. I could either continue setting, hoping that I'd get on a good offer with a good closer, or actually take back control of myself, of my life, of my commissions, and become the person, become the closer who can close on an offer, who can collect cash on the calls, who can make 10, 15, even 20% I sometimes made as a closer. But I knew that watching YouTube videos, watching Reels, watching TikToks wasn't going to get me there. I needed a mentor, which is where I'm so thankful at. That's when I found Ethan. See, before Ethan, I thought that closing was strictly skill set. All you need is to know the objections, you need to know the reframes, you need to know the framework off by heart. But what I didn't realise is that me personally, I had so many limiting beliefs from my previous job, from setting. I needed to think about things. I was scared of investing into myself, and Ethan thankfully helped me break through them, which once I'd finally unlocked that and broke through, I was able to help other people break through and close at a 60, 70, 80% close rate. Now I closed on multiple offers, ranging from fitness to trading to B2B marketing and many more. And once I knew that I was competent in every single field as a closer, I knew that I was about to make the jump, and I jumped into management, where I currently have a 100% close rate across more than 15 clients. And this just shows that the skill of closing is so transferable across every single market, and it's something that if you do want to make 10, 15, 20, even £50,000 per month, it's a skill you want to learn. Now, I'm not telling you this to impress you or to flex upon you, but I am telling you this to show you that it is possible for you, as it was for me. I had to jump over so many different hurdles, and we are going to teach you how to do the exact same thing and break through any ceilings or any limitations that you may not even be aware of right now. But I get on these calls, I did 9 calls a day before I met Ethan, and the prospects could sense the limitations in myself. They could sense that I didn't trust myself to close them. I didn't trust myself to lead them to the goal, whichever goal they had. And the deal slid through my fingers almost every single time. Now the script wasn't the problem, it was again my mindset. And the day Ethan made me aware of this problem, I worked day in, day out, and essentially become the man that I have become today.
So here's the truth that nobody tells you within the sales space. Your mentors, your bosses, even your managers or your parents. Selling isn't just about the skill set. That is only 20% of the whole skill. The one thing everyone misses out and forgets about is the 80%. It's not about the frameworks, it's not about the scripts, it's not about you trying to memorize every single thing that a famous salesperson has told you on an Instagram reel. It's the brutal part, which is in here and up here. It's the internal state that you battle with every single day. That quiet voice in your head, knowing that you're putting in graft and seeing the results nowhere near where they should be. It's you going out and trying to battle with other people because they're thinking about it and it's too expensive. It's you on the phones trying to hit targets every single day. And the internal part is what's actually keeping the ceiling exactly there. Now, if you needed a sale, you're trying to hit targets, your boss is on your back, you know your job's on the line, you're stressed. Now, no matter how perfect your words are, the prospect can smell exactly how desperate you are, and that's when it goes completely out the window. What you need to do is to make sure you're detached. Once you're detached from the outcome and you're not just trying to sell it to the person because of the outcome, you're trying to exactly help them and change their life for the better. That's when you will see real commissions and you'll see real results. Now think about your own life. Has anyone else tried to sell you on the streets or on the phone, begging you to buy it? What did you do? You ended the phone, you ran away. Now the same thing applies to what happens to your prospects. There is no difference. That exact same thing you feel towards that sales rep is the exact same feeling that your prospects feel towards you when you're trying to ram your product and service down their throat. This is why two different people can read the exact same script, memorize the exact same lines, and get two opposite results. Because it's not about the skill set, it's what's underneath. The person that's telling the story, the person that is saying the words. It's the human and the mindset within that brings out those words to that prospect. Everyone in this market is selling 20%. Lewis came to me with the exact same problem, asking me to watch call recordings and to see what he can do better in objection handling, and trying to pre-handle and follow a script and follow a framework, as everyone else in this market focuses on. But what we teach is exactly the first 80%. And once we get that down to a T and you truly understand who you are and you align with who you need to become, then we stack the skill on top of that. Then we perfect the next 20%. The frameworks, the objection handling, the ability to overcome and help prospects to change their life. Simply detaching from the outcome to never come across as desperate. Now, before your eyes roll and you click off this video, this isn't some mindset rubbish that I'm trying to just bring onto you. This is the most money-making practical skill that you're going to have. The biggest mindset shift that you'll experience. People sell a service up to $50,000, $60,000 to coaches, to business owners, just to overcome their limitations. So if you are serious, book it now. Because at the end of the day, on that call, we're going to exactly consult you on how we're going to take you from where you are today with your ceiling to 90 days time on an exact direct placed offer, smashing commissions through the door, being at the top of each leaderboard on a high ticket offer, and selling 5, 10, 15, 20k packages to A+ leads that you'll get inbound straight into your calendar per day. Now, I don't want you to do it after you've thought about it or after you've had to take time to make sure that this is for you. If you've already got those thoughts going through your brain right now, then I can tell you, don't waste your time. Don't book a call because we will not accept you. We can smell it through the screen, we can see it from your body language, and we can just hear it from your tonality. So if you're having second thoughts, don't waste your time. But if you are sat here and you have made it to the end and you're fully committed, then go ahead. Click the slots below, pick a time, answer all the questions, and we'll see you on that call. Now, see yourself in 12 months, understand what 12 months has done for him, and maybe that just can be you. But it takes one step, and the first step is right beneath this video.
Thank you for watching. Book the call. We'll see you on the other side.